let's talk about success. I mean, what is it, really? It's a question we all think about, a goal we're all kind of chasing. But what if we're chasing the wrong thing entirely? Let's dig into how our whole idea of success might be built on a pretty shaky, even deceptive foundation.
I've got this friend who works something like 16 hours a day. He's incredibly passionate, which is awesome, but whenever I tell him, man, you gotta slow down, he just laughs it off. He always says the same thing: I'll rest when I have enough money. Sound familiar? It's this classic story of putting life on hold for some imaginary finish line way off in the future.
And this, right here, is what you could call the success trap. It's this relentless grind that so many of us fall into. And if we're honest, a lot of the time, it's not even driven by a real love for what we do. It's driven by this deep-seated fear of failing, of not being seen as enough.
So you have to ask yourself a really critical question. Is this whole chase actually leading to a life that feels good to live? Because if we don't ask that, we risk waking up one day with all the money and status we fought for, only to feel this huge sense of regret, wondering what we actually did with all our time.
To figure this out, we really need to pull apart the very definition of success that's driving us. And it turns out the one that most of us are using might just be dangerously incomplete.
So this is it. This is what we're usually taught success looks like. It's all external. It's about getting things the world can see and admire. The big house, the fancy job title, the influence. It's a definition that's all about control, security, and getting that nod of approval from other people.
And that leads to the immediate next question, doesn't it? We see the shiny trophy, but what's the hidden price we're paying to get it? Just look at this list. How many of these feel a little too familiar? In the name of some future goal, we sacrifice our health, our relationships, sometimes even our own principles. We spend years just marinating in stress and anxiety. I mean, can you really call it success if the journey there completely wrecks you?
So this all begs the question, what are we really after? Because it seems like the money and the status, they're just stand-ins for something much, much deeper, something internal.
This is so crucial to get. We don't actually want the fancy car itself. We want the feeling of freedom or admiration we think the car is going to give us. We don't want the power. We want the feeling of security. See, underneath every single goal is just a desire to feel a certain way. And ultimately, that feeling is happiness. It's about ending our own suffering.
So this is the flawed path most of us are on. It starts from this inner feeling of lack, like something is missing. Then we project a solution on some big external goal. Step 3 is enduring years of stress to get there. And the punchline, we finally get it and discover that original feeling of lack is still with us. The satisfaction is gone in a flash, and a new desire pops right up to take its place.
This is the absolute core truth of it all. Changing the stuff on the outside doesn't fix what's going on inside. I mean, think of a powerful tyrant who lives in constant paranoia, or a super anxious millionaire who's terrified of losing it all. Their circumstances are amazing, but their inner suffering just found a bigger stage to play on.
Okay, so if that old model is broken, what's the alternative? Let's explore a new way to look at this. It's a really simple shift in perspective, but man, it is radical. Here it is, the new definition. Success is the quantity of happiness you amass. It's not about the amount of money in your bank account, but the amount of happiness in your actual moments. This just completely recenters the entire goal of life on what we were truly after all along.
Just look at this comparison. It says it all. The old path starts from a place of I'm not enough, and the whole journey is just stress and sacrifice. But the new path, it starts from a place of happiness and wholeness right now. The journey becomes calm, focused, even enjoyable, and the fulfillment you feel isn't tied to some future outcome because you're already whole.
When you really think about it, this is the logical conclusion. Every single thing we do is some roundabout attempt to feel happy. This new approach is simply the ultimate shortcut. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't want financial security, but it does mean that chasing it from a place of desperation is taking the long, painful way around. The direct path is to just decide to be happy first.
So what does all this mean for us today, like right this second? It means success isn't something we have to wait around for. It's a state of mind we can step into immediately. Let that just sink in for a moment. When you are happy, you have already succeeded. Success isn't a destination, it's a state of being. The moment you are genuinely happy, by this new definition, you've already won. Everything else is just a bonus round.
And what's amazing is this state has these powerful ripple effects. You see, people who are always chasing the future are basically trying to escape the present moment. But when you're happy, you have no reason to escape. You become fully present. Just think about a time you were totally lost in a great conversation or a hobby you love. Time just melts away. That's present.
Living in the present moment, well, it naturally sharpens your ability to concentrate. Your attention isn't split between a dozen worries about the future or regrets from the past. You are here, now, and totally engaged with what's in front of you.
And what happens when your attention is completely undivided? The quality of everything you do just skyrockets. You're not just rushing through a task to get to the good part later, you are giving your full creative energy to whatever you're doing.
And here's the beautiful, almost funny irony of it all. By focusing on your inner state of happiness first, you create the very conditions, presence, focus, quality that are most likely to produce the external success you were chasing all along. Your inner success literally creates your outer reality.
So really what this all comes down to is this one ultimate mindset shift. The old way says it's okay to suffer now for a reward later. But the new way says, hey, the journey is the reward. The whole goal is to live a successful, happy life moment by moment. True happiness is now.
Look, this isn't about abandoning your goals or not wanting to achieve great things. It's about changing the inner state you're operating from while you pursue them. Which leaves a final question for you. Based on all this, how are you going to measure your success? Not in 10 years, but today.